his daughter, Frank Buckles' daughter, Savannah Buckles, Flanagan. Of course, as we all know, Frank Buckles died a week ago or so, and he's the last American veteran of World War I. And she wrote this letter basically outlining why this is important, not just to her family, but also to America. It reads, "My family and I have received tremendous outpouring of support from thousands of Americans and people from countries all over the world who have extended their condolences for the loss of my father, Frank Woodruff Buckles. My father was a humble and soft-spoken gentleman who did not seek honor or recognition for himself, but in the last few years of her life, others began to seek his support to the cause of honoring the military veterans of World War I, which he was glad to do. He was invited to testify before Congress on this subject in 2009, and he was honored to do so. When he became the last living American veteran of World War I, he recognized his role as representative of all the service members who served, fought, and died in the Great War, and felt that it was his duty to do so, just as strongly as he felt the call to enlist and help fight that war with all the other American doughboys. In recent years, various members of Congress have proposed to honor all the military veterans of World War I by honoring the last of these veterans to die. As fate would have it, that turned out to be my father. While Papa was still living, it was suggested that he lie in honor in the rotunda of the U.S. Capitol as a final, formal tribute to all the veterans of World War I. Papa consented to this because he understood that as the last living World War I veteran, he was expected to represent all of World War I veterans. He looked upon this as a final duty, which he took very seriously. My father's friends, family, and acquaintances will acknowledge his character and accomplishments, remember him and mourn his loss regardless of any formal honors bestowed upon him. The issue is, how do we, as Americans, come together over this loss? By providing a befitting venue to do so, how do we discriminate to all our people and all over the world how the United States of America honors its citizens of distinction? We need a time for reflection and the recognition of the end of an era and the passing of a generation, especially for those men and women who made the supreme sacrifice for their country. My father serves as a symbol for all those who served in World War I. The unnamed soldier from World War I and others have been recognized by lying in honor in the rotunda of the Capitol. If the last American soldier surviving is not suitable to serve as a symbol around which we can rally to honor those who served their country in the Great War, then who can serve that purpose? There is no one left. If we lose the opportunity to bestow this highest of honors on the person who is the last surviving representative, there can be no making it up later. There is no extraordinary precedent being made here. The next similar request will come for the last survivor of World War II in 25 or 30 years' time. And it will be appropriate to honor that person as well. It is absolutely appropriate too, and there is widespread public support for allowing Frank Woodruff Buckles to lie in honor in the rotunda. Let it be so. We thank everyone for their prayers and support during this solemn time for our family